In this movie, we'll create a few more cards and place the cards. If you're following along, we're in memory.fla. In the 9-5 folder of the Chapter 9 folder in the exercise files. Let's go to memorygame.as. That's located in the same folder. Scroll down. Find the Create Cards function. To place our cards, we'll simply need to create some loops and then add an X and Y properties to the cards. Let's first create the loop. Let's click after the open curly brace of the Create Cards function. Press enter on your keyboard and type for, open parenthesis, var, space, I, colon, number, with capital N, space equals space, 0, semicolon, space, I, space, less than sign, 2. We'll run this code twice for each card type. So we'll have a border card and then we'll have a snowboard card. So we'll run it twice so we have a match of cards or a set of 2 cards. Type a semicolon, then a space, I, plus, close parenthesis. Press enter to go to the next line, type an open curly brace, and after the set type method is called on line 26, press enter and type a close curly brace. If we were to test the code now, the cards would stack on top of each other. We need to change the X and Y values every time the code runs so that the cards will be spread apart. To do that, we'll create variables that will hold our X and Y values. Scroll up to the top of this code, in the section where we created all the variables. Right after we created the blue board variable, press enter and type private space var space underscore card X with capital X colon number with capital N and a semicolon. Let's just copy that line of code. So select that line, press Command or Control C on your keyboard to copy it. Go to the next line, press Command or Control V to paste the code. Change the capital X to a capital Y. Let's scroll down to our Create Cards function. And before our loop, we'll set initial X and Y values, and we'll change them as the loop runs. So click after the open curly brace of our Create Cards function. Press enter. Press it again, then go up one line. Then type underscore card, capital X, space equals space. Here will be our initial X value for our card. And type 45 and a semicolon. That'll make our card 45 pixels from the left side of the stage. Go to the next line, type underscore card Y with capital Y, space equals space, 31. And then a semicolon. That will place our card 31 pixels from the top of the stage. Scroll down. Inside of our for loop, after underscore card.setType, click after the semicolon, press enter to go to the next line, type underscore card.x, space equals space, underscore card, and then a capital X. Now we'll just set the card's X property to our card X variable, which right now will be 45, as we set it above. After this code runs, we'll need to add to the card X value. But first, let's set the card Y value. So go to the next line, type underscore card.y, space equals space, underscore card Y, and then a semicolon. That will make the card's Y position equal to 31, just like we set it above. Now on this line, let's add a little bit to our card X value so that the next card that gets created is shifted over some more pixels. So it won't be laying right on top of the card before it. So type underscore card, capital X, space, plus equals space, and then type underscore card dot width space plus space 50. Now what this line of code is going to do is it's going to take the current card X value, the initial value being 45, they'll add on the width of the card. So if we just had this in there, it would line the cards up so they were touching each other. And then we add on 50 pixels. So the cards will be 50 pixels apart. Let's save this file by going to File, Save, test the movie by pressing Command Return or Control Enter on your keyboard, and the cards are spaced apart. Now let's do the same thing for the blue board. So what I'm going to do for the blue board is copy this whole loop. So from the word for all the way down to the closed curly brace of the for loop. Then I'm going to press Command or Control C on my keyboard, click after the closed curly brace, press Enter to go to the next line, press Enter again to get a line of space, press Command or Control V to paste that code. Now in our loop, we'll need to change the I variable to something else. I'm just going to change it to J since it's after I, or else we'll get an error. So change the 3 I's to 3 J's. And then, now we'll just need to change everywhere it says border to blue board. So select underscore border on line 41, where we create the new instance of the border class. And let's change that to blue board. So underscore blue, capital B for board, equals new blue board with capital B's. And then under the set type on line 42, select underscore border and replace it with underscore blue and then board with a capital B. Now what this block of code will do is it will generate instances of the card and of the blue board, and we'll put the blue board inside of the new instances of the card, and they will be spaced out just like the other cards were spaced out. Let's go to File, Save, test the movie by pressing Command Return or Control Enter on your keyboard. Then we have 4 cards. Click the cards on the right, we have snowboards, and the ones on the left have snowboarders. And there we have placed and spaced out our cards. And I didn't mention earlier, but the numbers that I came up with 50 pixels and the X and Y positioning are because I set them on the stage initially. I charted down the X and Y values just like we did it with the snowboarder in the earlier chapter. In the next movie, we'll write the code to check if the cards match when we flip them over.